Does your face cam on your stream look like this or like this? Yikes. Let's fix that. Let's make it look something more like this. A little bit better, isn't it? Hey, I'm Brayathorn. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you for checking it out. So today we're talking about background lighting. And I've checked out a couple of other streams. You know, I like to watch Twitch sometimes myself. And I like to watch smaller streamers and like myself and try to support other streamers. And I've noticed that one of what I think and what a lot of people who try to give advice on streaming think is a really important aspect, the face cam, can be a little bit bland. I mean, this is the window to interacting with you. The whole idea of using a face cam is that people feel like they're there in the room with you, like they're hanging out with a friend. I used to stream using a green screen, where it would cut out my background and insert me in the game. And once I made an environment that I thought I could be proud of, that I thought would look cool for streaming, I switched right to using a full-on face cam with background included. I waited because I wanted that quality to be really good and to have sort of some points of interest, things that were cool. And I didn't, though, want to spend all my money doing it. I started sort of scouring around and seeing how I could do have some cost-effective options to sort of just illuminate things and make it to where I had some cool stuff going on back there, even though this is a room that I use all the time and it's not always like this. I have a few things that I normally have up and I have them off or put away because we're going to go over this step by step. So let's say your webcam looks like this. Just a standard ceiling light on, and the only light that's lighting up my face is my computer monitor. And guess what? You don't have much control over that, because depending on what you're doing, it'll be very dim or brighter. Not great. So let's try turning off the room light. See how that looks. Well, that's kind of spooky, actually. Not very bright. Well, bright in the wrong way. Just, not good. Don't like it. So what if we get a lamp or, even a nice ring light or something, point that at our face? Well, it looks something like this. It's a little bright there. Let's bring that. This is an adjustable one, and I really like it. And it was about $60 at Best Buy. I got it for $40. It was on sale. We're getting somewhere, but this it's kind of boring. Really not a lot going on back there. Not a lot going on in the background. It's just a room that I'm in. Now you can see me, and I don't have the light pointing straight at my face. I have it a little to the side here, so that I get a little bit of shadowing going on this side. Let's make that more interesting. Okay, so now I have a purple light coming from this side over here, just a lamp that I have over on that side that gives me a dim purple light to here, gives me a little bit of a different, kind of a dynamic lighting on my face. And that is just this guy right here. Just a purple, or it says violet. Focus, thank you. Okay, violet LED bulb that I got at a grocery store. Okay, these LEDs are gonna last a long time, and yeah, this is starting to get good. What more can we do? Well, I've seen plenty of bigger streamers that get these LED light systems for their walls. So let's just go over to Amazon and search Nano Leaf, because that's a really popular one, and let's see what that looks like price-wise. Ouch. Yikes. That is expensive. Holy crap. Okay, so $200 for like a starter kit. All right, and then you have knockoffs here that are $135. Well, it's down from $150, so better hop on that deal. This one's $50. That's not bad. Remote controlled hexagon wall light. Good reviews. $50, $50. No, that's a table lamp. This thing's pretty cool, $23.99. Not a bad idea, actually. That's pretty good. Oh, Philips Hue. Okay, cool thing about Philips Hue, it can work with your audio and it can work with what's going on in your game It takes some setup, but that's pretty cool. Still, 130 bucks. If you're just starting out and like me, I'm new to this, that's a lot. I mean, if you put this as make it a donation goal or something, if you really, really want it. You take the money you make from Twitch, put it back in your stream, improve your stream that way. But yeah, LED floor light, 100 watt equivalent outdoor. Well, that's kind of cool. There you go, 20 bucks for a whole floor light. But that's just one light. That might be one side of your room. So what about this thing that we had? This bulb. This was $4. What about the lamp? I mean, you got to buy a lamp, right? Well, this $6. These things right here. Clip them onto something. Put whatever bulb you want in there, and it reflects it like crazy. It's a great light for something like this, for flooding a room or a side of a room with one color. How about we do that? Let's do that. Let's take a look at what it'll look like when we change over to having a light like that on. Okay. Now we're making some progress. I mean, I think that looks really cool. And what did that cost? $6 for the lamp itself, $4 or $3 for the bulb, and that would be this one, red. Simple enough. Having light behind you is nice. I mean, obviously you want to hide your source of light. You want to hide your actual light source, because it's a lot better than having this thing sticking up and pointing back. Remember my intro video where I had a lamp just right there in the corner, and it looks not great. It looks unprofessional. So you could have just colors going on, right? What if you wanted to get kind of weird? What about other options? Kind of neat options. What about one of these? Let me explain. Specifically, yellow highlighters are very useful when you want to start getting creative with lighting. They're blacklight reactive, and intensely blacklight reactive. So what if you took this and got all that magic ink out of there and did something simple with it, like this? This is just a glass bottle of water. Not even special water, it's just water. Once you get that ink in there, you can do some pretty neat stuff. Let's take a look. I'll show you how to do it. Okay, so here's what you're gonna need. I recommend laying down some plastic. I used a garbage bag. You'll need some bottles of water. Of course, I used these nice glass Voss ones. Not sponsored by Voss, saying that again. And you'll need some highlighters. I used Sharpie. They didn't sponsor me either. You need something sharp, like a X-Acto knife, something to pry, like those cutters there, and some pieces of wire or something similar to hang the actual ink cartridges in the water, suspend them. I definitely recommend using gloves. Gloves are essential for this. This stuff gets in your skin and it does not want to come out. It's not really harmful or anything. These are non-toxic, but you know, can't hurt. So pour out a little bit of the water into, I guess, a solo cup if you want. And make sure you have room for these cartridges to go in without it overflowing. Use your pry tool and pull out the end caps here to free the ink cartridges from their marker prisons. Now, once you've got those two, this is what you need right here. All that luminescence all locked away in these two cartridges right here. I am using 2 per bottle, by the way, whenever I make them, just because it is a lot of water. I want to make sure I have good saturation. So go ahead and cut here all the way along it, and then make sure you put a hole in the other side of one of the ends to put the wire through, or whatever you're using to suspend it. I don't recommend thread, by the way. It's hard to get through there and it will wick up some of the liquid. So repeat that, not as quickly as this, because please be careful when cutting anything or poking anything. So go ahead and put these on your hanger there, and go ahead and put them back to back with the open sides facing outward. And there you have it. You're ready to go. Go ahead and cinch that right there so they don't come off, because they are a bit buoyant. And squeeze those into the bottle. And then you can actually see it right there. Osmosis is doing its thing. It is now spreading into the water, and you can just give that some time. Maybe help it out like this by agitating it just a bit. There you go. And look at that, all ready. After even just 60 seconds, it's spreading throughout the water quite quickly. So just go ahead and put that aside. You can let this rest for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour, however long you want. But now we're going to go to the next one. Here's an idea I had. I decided to buy some luminescent invisible inks that are supposed to be blacklight reactive. And let's try the blue out first. So let's pop that open and give this a few good squeezes here. I gave it about 4, I believe. Maybe used about, I don't know, 40% of that bottle right there, just here, because you can always dilute it more if need be. So there you go. It actually gets, once you start mixing it like this, it does start to get sort of a blue aura to it. Whenever light's passing through it, it'll already start catching that blue, which is kind of nice, but not really the effect we're going for just yet. So let's try the pink here as well. Now these safety seals right here were damaged, and there was ink all throughout the package when I received it from Amazon. So thanks, Amazon. That was awesome. Got all over my hands and all over my clothes. So we're going to give this a few good squeezes here, but this is obviously more opaque than the blue. But we'll give it a shot. There you go. Not sure how this is supposed to be invisible ink, but oh well. Looks cool on its own, actually. Also, if you want to remove the labels with a razor or something, you can totally do that, but they're going to be pretty far from the camera, so not really a necessity. More personal preference. Now this has been soaking for long enough, I think, at least for our purposes here today. So let's go ahead and remove them. And as you remove them, go ahead and squeeze them. Get all that glowy juice out of those cartridges. There's still going to be some in there, as you can see, but you can always put these in a cup or something later on just to get the rest of it out of there. Yeah, there you go. So this is done. Now, how are we going to light these up? Let's close this tightly and let's talk about that. So those bulbs I mentioned earlier with the colors, they also have a blacklight one, and it's only a couple bucks more. This was about $5-6. Now, if you want to go all out, you can get one of these. Spirit Halloween stores open, or different novelty shops have them, and this was about $20. But let's yeet that out of here because that's optional. So let's go ahead and give it a test. All right, here are our 3 subjects. Let's turn on the light, and there you have it. As you can see, the highlighter ink is very good. These two, not so much. Unfortunately, the Amazon luminescent ink is not very reactive. Looking at the highlighter here, it is intense. Now, looking at the blue, there is a blue sheen to it, but the pink is, well, nothing really. It's just pink. Not as cool as I was hoping. What if you want a different shaped bottle, though? Well, check these out. Look at that. All these bottles were purchased from Hobby Lobby, and well, except for the skull, I believe that was somewhere else. But it's kind of cool. A little bit of light coming through those holes there. But yeah, all these from Hobby Lobby, all 3 of those were $4, 50% off. There you have it. Now, of course, there are different ways to go with this, different directions you can go, and you can spend more or less. Say, for instance, you don't decide to get that blacklight bar that I got. I got that from Spirit Halloween, by the way, for 20 bucks. Well, you could save yourself 20 bucks and say you get this bulb and this bulb right here, right? And then maybe the violet. These 3 all together would be about 10 bucks. And then a couple of those lamps, another $6 right there. That's $16. The box of Sharpies, about $4, and then those bottles of water. So you're looking at about $25. Add in the light bar, which I really like because it's nice for a display like this one, and you've got $45, give or take. So it's really up to you how far you want to go into this, but go with your budget, you know, because for a lot of us, this is a hobby. It's a great hobby. We get to socialize with other people, meet new people, and have a great time hanging out. But it can be a bit cost prohibitive. There's no need to throw all your money away just for your room to look cool. That's why I wanted to make this video. Anybody can do this. I mean, that project is easy and it's fun. It's a good time. And actually, you can take this ink if you want to, and you can paint with it. Take something like a nice plastic mold or a figure that you like, and soak it in it. So normally it will look just like it always does, but when you hit it with a black light, bam, there you go. It's lit up. It's really cool. honestly, have fun with it. Just go nuts, because this is your environment. It's all up to you how you want to mess with it. And the more that you improve on it, not only will you feel better streaming from there, but it's a little bit more interesting. Adding points of interest, like this here, adding something that reflects on who you are, hobbies that you have, all of that just makes it more engaging. It makes you feel more relatable. So go for it. I mean, what's it gonna hurt? Now, if you don't like the way it looks, just play with it. You know, choose colors that really work for you. If you already have some kind of branding or a color palette that you like to go with that. You don't have to go blue and red. You can go, I mean, there's all kinds of colors. They have green bulbs, they have yellow bulbs, they have every color you could want. So shop around, see what you like. Here's what I'd like. If you do this, show me on Twitter. My Twitter is twitter.com/Braithorn. Send me a picture and tell me how you did it, and whether you like it more. And show me a before and after. Anybody that's been watching my stream has actually seen it change almost every time I stream, because I'm constantly trying to improve it. I mean, I just actually got this right here. Since I did just get this thing, I will do a review on it. Possibly the video I'll have week after next, so stay tuned for that. So thank you for watching. If you liked the video, hit like, subscribe if you want to catch more. And I would love for you to join me on one of my streams. I stream every Sunday and Thursday at 8:30 Central, twitch.tv/Braithorn, link in the description below as well. Thanks for hanging out, and I will see you next Monday. Take care.